Do you know who the Queen is? Why must God save the Queen from England if you're British? Is Britain or the Englishman, the Englishman? Is that a culture, a society, or is it just the way that you speak somewhere because of the company you work for? So, remember the Boston Tea Party and all this. That was to get away from a corporate enterprise. Well, I mean, at the time they said it was to get rid of the corporate identity, the corporate enterprise of another country. So they went somewhere else, and they're like, "No, fuck this. We're in a new land. We could see new things in a new land." But the new land is always there's always somebody screaming and yelling and being superfluous. I don't even know what that word means, but I like it right now. I mean, I do know what that word means. I just don't think it applies. But people being extra, like just being like, ugh. Like people always gotta, yell and scream about shit. Like, we, I've been watching the news, very, very. I was in there. I was acutely watching the news. Actually, no. I just got a couple of memes. No, I thought it was funny. So there's apparently this chick. Her name is I don't even know how you spell her last name. It's the one that's working for Biden that does all the talking for Biden, as if it's any better. It's basically Joe Biden if he was a slow woman that was younger that should be better spoken. That looks like she's out of all like she's just flipping through her paperwork. She's like, "Hi, my name is Jen It's not. It starts with a P, but it starts with an S. I mean, it starts with a P, but it sounds like it starts with an S. You just go, "My name is Jen Slappy Snonkies Schnurfer Schnarfers." And she just goes, we're gonna circle back to that because I have no idea what I'm saying. I have all these papers here. I have no. It looks like she got hired yesterday to do a job that was way out of her league, which is the same as Biden. Which is, again, both of those people. I think they're just really good at acting that way. Because if you were that bad at your job, either you would get fired, or if you were playing a sport, the coach would sub you out of the game. They'd be like, "Nah, you're not even good enough for this." But unless it's there for a reason, to show you the kind of dumb, dolty idiocracy. What's up, Dave? How you doing, man? The kind of fucking stupid people that just go, I don't, shit, every day of your life, you walk around and you have to interact with people that are literally dumber than that. You understand? The dumbest person that's popular is Joe Biden and that chick that is a speaker of the secretary of speaking for Joe Biden. Like, they couldn't have found someone ultra intelligent. Here's the joke. If they found somebody that was super intelligent to speak for him, then they'd be like, why isn't she just president? Instead, what they have is as a vice president, who is Camel Harris? Camel go smoke some camels. I don't whatever that thing is. Obviously, that's a dude. Let's be honest here. That's a dude. If you're not familiar with, like, okay, and whether or not she got later in life changed or earlier in life, it just is okay. That's fine if she likes whatever. I don't really care. I don't if it's a country, as people like to claim it as a country, like it's like this is our land, this is your land, and they're supposed to be helping people, on the land. Then they would do something, but they're not. They're working for a company, so who cares what they do, right? So who cares that the leader of hold on, remember you should say the leader of the free world. Could you imagine the leader of the free world, the leader of the entire, like, the whole world, the whole thing that's going on here? Could you imagine the rest of the people? But they're in cahoots. They're all laughing about it. Joe Biden. Do you know who that guy is? Do you know who he is? Mm. I don't either. He could be CGI. He could be. Who cares? But the fact that we have this other Jen sh, P. Is her name is Salami? Is it Jen Salami? P-S-A-L-A-M-I-A-P-S. Salami. I don't even know. Whatever. Sushi? Is it sushi? P-S-C. I don't. Who cares? It's just that, like, could you imagine, like, that's what's speaking to the general public. I feel like in some way there's some sort of echo chamber for people that wear like masks all day because they can't breathe, so their brain doesn't work. That's what they're seeing. I'm getting to see in real time a three-dimensional output of people's brains that are lack of oxygen. That there's a lack of oxygen, and there's lack of hydration in their body and lack of oxygen in their brain that's causing them to see the world that they think it's okay. Does anybody really think like that if you're run a business again, if you think a company is different than a country, okay, we're a little far apart. But let's just say if you were to run a company, would you for 1 second hire either of those two people? Would you really hire them? And not only hire them, would you be like, hey, I want to work for that company? I want to work for the company that's called the United States of America. Would you work for that company? Where Joe Biden is the guy like, here's the leadership we need. And then the person that's speaking for him goes, I'm gonna go circle back to the back and then just go come right and do a 180 and come over here and could anybody imagine the world that you live in? That's the reality? Like, we're just gonna make sure that we're gonna see if the because more people need to become rich with the other. Wait, we just need you get poison. Poison's good for you. Poison's good for you. Could I mean, this is well beyond Orwellian. George Orwell didn't. He was not ready for how dumb people could be. He was ready for people. This is not fear. This is the fact that the the so-called overlords of this creation, this realm right here, that in our general population, there's no one that can take that dude serious or anything that's going on in his cabinet, his committee. The I don't I'm pick a Republican or a Democrat. They're 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 as worthless as the pieces of paper that they scribble on. Like here's how worthless they are. If you had to have them create a piece of paper and a pen, they couldn't do it to write whatever dumb shit there with their silly signature. It's not their sign of nature. They don't even know how to. They don't even know what a piece of paper is. They don't even know how to create ink. Anyone else could figure it out. You could figure out how to make black or blue ink. Red ink might be a little more difficult but different color inks. But black or blue ink, you could figure out pretty quickly, especially black ink. You could figure out how to make a piece of paper, and they're signing things into this is what's going to go on today. They're just like scribbling on shit. They're like it's like remember when you went to kindergarten? I feel like this is like what preschool. That you just like you watch like I feel like I'm watching dumb old people become dumber. Like, you know what I mean? Why aren't these people getting vaccinated? That's the word, right? Isn't that the important thing, everybody? Why don't these important people get it right now? Like all of them in. But here's the thing is, I want a commoner to do it. I don't want somebody that has this like a mask and a suit and tie and and they hear the click 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 and everybody's taking like fake pictures because they're using a fake needle. I don't want any of that. I want someone to actually that actually that cares about the world. I want them to go and fill up the needle with whatever, but I want them to also go into the laboratory and do the research themselves and see what they're putting into the thing and then stick it into them, like stick it right into them, and then see if they seize up and become non-robotic. See if they like that. I don't know because as far as I know, it appears as It's not that these people. It's not. It's not that I believe these people, but it's the fact that other people around me believe them. So here's how many people believe them. If I go in a grocery store, I pretty much got to put a mask on. Pretty much got to. I mean, it's when I walk in because there's somebody saying there like, "Hey, you gotta put a mask on." And but I could, okay. Then once I go, I can take it off, whatever. But then somebody in the grocery store will be, Joey, how dare you? Shut up, Zen. Yes, thank you. See, this is how you feel. Like I don't have to deal with the person in the front of the store anymore. But when you're in the store, you have to deal with everybody else going. I'm gonna. You got. You don't care about old people. You want everyone to die. You're a bad person. You're not good. You're. I. I. He's got his. And they'll follow you and chase you around the store. I'm like, I thought there was 6 foot distancing here. Why are you so close to me? You smell bad, you're weird, and you're gross, and you're creepy. And they're like, no, it's more important that I tell you what to do. You know, people tell you what to fucking do. Like, I was like, I don't know that I've done anything in my life so bad that I deserve to be told what to do every moment of my life. Now they're living in a world where you and everyone else you have to have these fucking little like fucking creepy robots that just follow behind you that just go, all right, well, you're not wearing. How are they living? How does that even work? There's like, you're not. I got a mask on. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. But I'm gonna follow you around because I think they go like this. I think you're diseased, so I'm gonna follow you. But I'm already lost here. So if I'm diseased, why don't you walk that way? If this looks diseased to you, if I look like so terrible, if I'm just sitting there sweating and blood's dripping out of my eyes and snot's dripping out of my nose and I'm coughing up a lung and there's like I have corn coming out of this ear and I have a big giant mushroom blowing out of this ear and everything. I'm just like going, oh. And I'm just sitting there just touching everything and just sweat is dripping off of me. The beads of sweat are no longer sweat, but it's like the tears of your ancestors. Would you follow that person around like, you are bad, you need to put a mask on? And you know what? If the person was like, could you imagine if someone was walking around looking filthy as fuck, if they put a mask on? Or you'd be like, oh, that person's fine. That person's fine. They could just sit there, just, and they could be touching everything. You could walk into the store. You could touch the door handle, which you're gonna touch. I'll touch it. Don't worry. Oh, we should put gloves on next. Ooh, because that's really gonna slow the spread of insanity. Like, I mean, do we live in a world that is officially, absolutely, without question, insane? The moronic behavior. Like, I mean, what is the response to this? What? Hold up, Johnny K. What is the response to this? And I'm gonna say my favorite quote, and maybe somebody remembers what this is. This is my favorite thing. It's Jiddu Krishnamurti. He's talking about. Does anybody want to try this? Do you want to do it first? Because I think you've all heard this before. Krishnamurti. What's the quote? It's about being well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Does anybody know this whole quote? Here, go for it. Here, just see if you can find it. And if you can't, go Google it or whatever you use. I don't know. What do you use? IHOPpancakes.com. And you just put in Krishnamurti. I don't know. What do you do? How do you even figure this out? I mean, we'll even give you the right answer. It is of no. Wait, it is of no. Okay, then there's the word. Anybody want to try? It is yes. It is of no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Thank you. It is of no measure of health to be well adjusted to profoundly sick society. It is of no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. So, if you think that this whatever I'm doing right here is just sitting here talking is maladjustment, malnourishment, we'll call it female adjustment, female nourishment, because I gotta keep. How about they nourishment? How do you if you find a if someone gives you a mathematical problem that there's an answer to, you can answer it. But if they give you something that is unanswerable, how do you answer it? Sometimes you can do this. But at what point do you just go, why are you asking me such a dumb, stupid, obscenely idiotic question? Where do you get off on asking something? Do you really do when they present this to you? Do they think they know that they gave you the last generation of stupid, and now they have lowered the bar so low. I thought Ronald Reagan was the dumbest motherfucker ever because he was a B actor and he was terrible at everything. And all he just read a script and he was a script storyteller. I thought that was the worst we could do. No, it keeps getting worse. And now could you imagine? Could you imagine in like, John? Hold on, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a fucking question, if I may. And this is a legitimate question. Could you imagine Joe Biden running against John F. Kennedy? Against 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 Ronald Reagan? Could you imagine Joe Biden and his secretary of of Hoobastank? I think she listened to Hoobastank on the weekends and does fucking methamphetamines off of Joe Biden's butthole. But I don't know. Could you imagine him running against any other president? I mean, just go ahead and pick one out. Pick your favorite. It's 1 to 45. Could you imagine him running against, even though supposedly that he is like like people are like, oh, he's the understudy of fucking, like these stupid people go, "Hey, he's the understudy of fucking the Hawaiian dude that was married to a dude. He was married to Michael Obama. What's his name? I don't know. Whatever that guy's name is. Fucking lefty basketball playing that guy. Okay, he was a good president. But hold on. If he was running against Joe Biden, who's getting chosen? There's no time in the entire world that anyone would believe that that dude is a good business owner, a country owner, and he's that owns the country. He owns the country, not the land that I live on, right? Or does he own all the land? Is he the owner of all the land, or is that the queen? Where's the queen at? Is It's not that it's funny to me. It's really, but it's affecting people's lives in real time. Like in real time, there's people that are suffering because of the fact that we have the lowest amongst us. Could you imagine living in a world where people like they look at their kids when they come out the womb and they're like, ah, hi, welcome to the world, little person, welcome to the human family, and they, hi, little one. And then they go through this experience and they come like 5, 6 years old and they go, you can be anything you want. You can be president of the state. Well, wait, you could be president of the United States. You could be president of. Could you imagine bold-faced lying to your child like, you could be the president of the country if you wanted? No, they couldn't. Stop lying to your children. Stop lying to your children. And would they want to be? Could you imagine though? Could you imagine though? Most 5-year-olds, if there was a kindergarten still that kids could go to, I would choose them over Joe Biden to rule this country, this company. I find it um, obscene. I think it's an insult. I think it's an insult to your intelligence that somehow the world is functioning on, as far as I can tell. I mean, because whether or not, I don't know. Do I live in Alaska? Do I live in Indiana? Do I live in Kentucky? Do I live in Turkey? This country over there. Do I live in Zimbabwe? Do I live in Puerto Rico? Do I live in Ecuador? Ecuador? Do I live in I mean Australia? Frankfurt, Germany. Who cares? It's an insult to everyone, everyone's intelligence, if you have any at all. That we have to look and watch. We have to, like, the TV comes on because it doesn't matter if you live in a small town. Here's the point: even if you lived in a small town where you don't have a TV and you're just out like mowing your lawn, if you're mowing a lawn, you're an idiot too. If you got your cows eating the grass and you got your fences up and you're just doing your thing, the people around you, if you interact with anyone else, they're gonna be like, what? If you went to a grocery store anytime in your life, you'd have to put a mask on, right? Why is that happening? Not because of some fucking. Do you remember the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? I'm surprised we all haven't flown over the cuckoo's nest at this point. I'm doing everything I can not to while out laughing. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'd be more sane if I were to take 6,000 hits of acid, smoke some PCP, while getting hooping 6 pills of MDMA, and snorting methamphetamine off of a wild donkey's schlong. You know what I mean? Like that to me would seem reasonable at this point, with the stupidity of people. And then I go on the internet and I'm like, okay, hey, maybe I'll find a reasonable, rational person to talk to. And no, everybody's just their first response to anything is, welcome, the heroes of the world, the first responders. The first responders on the internet always have something negative to say. They never have a polite thing to say. All they do all day long is just like tell you something bullshit and negative. Like there's no purpose. Like I'm starting to realize that my life has zero value, that I have nothing to do here, that I'm not helpful, that like me keeping people alive and doing good things and doing good deeds and keeping people alive is only making them suffer more, because this world is not for anyone. It's literally for idiots. And the fact that I'm still here, I thought I could help and adjust idiots. It doesn't work. No, no. Like I the weirdest thing is I could probably stay alive for I don't know, at least 300 and 400 years. It'd be very easy. But the thing is, to get to the point of damaging myself, it's pain damaging yourself. It's easier for me not to, so I can yeah, drink liquids and juices and like fruit, and like eat healthy and do good things, get sunshine and move and whatever. And I'm like, no, but if I just say sedentary, if I eat all of the fattiest, disgusting, filthy, dead foods, if I eat out of cans and animal products, and instead of drinking good beer, I'll just drink fucking. Let's just see what's in here. Let's see what's going on. I'll just drink the darkest, disgustingest, cheapest shit. Let's see what we got here. Thicken up my blood. I'll be, and you know what? I still wouldn't kill myself. I'd still be here. Like I would still live to be at least 100 years old. But I wouldn't want to deal with the pain and suffering. So what would I do to fix that? I would do the things that I know to fix the pain, and which would keep me younger. Man, it's like a catch-22. So I'm just like stuck here. I'm stuck here in the middle with you. Remember that song, "Stuck Here in the Middle with You"? Like I just feel like no matter where I go, no matter who I talk to, no matter who I look like, who I look at, I look like everyone, obviously. Especially Danny Sky. Like, what are you doing, Danny? I'm just on an I'm in. I never expected to be unimpressed with life. I was always like, I always enjoyed everything that's going on here in this world. I still do. I mean, hey, don't worry. If I go out, I mean, yeah, if you got a dog, I'm playing with your dog. That's what's up. If you got children that are excited about life, that's fucking great. If you got grandparents that need help walking across the street, I'll walk them to the middle of the road, and then I'll just run the other way, and hopefully somebody's runs a red light and runs them over while they're walking your child. Like, so hopefully you have a child, and then the old person is in their walker and they're carrying the child, and then I'll help them across the street, and then I'll leave them both there, and hopefully somebody takes that quick left turn on when it's supposed to be that their green lights go into red, and they just take the left turn real quick because they're not paying attention. They just want to get ahead of the car that's going to, and then there's just this whole T-bone with the I don't know if you understood, the baby and the child and the old person right there. That way we can diminish what you know and end your next generation just all in one. Now is that called blue, black, or blood humor? Is that cryptic? Did I somehow just throw Bloods and Crips into a joke? Yes, I did. Um, we can get into how funny that shit is in a little bit, but it's tiring to listen to this. Whatever her name is, what is her last name? Jen's PSA. Was it Saki? Is it Saki? Like the if you eat sushi, you drink sake. Sushi. How do you spell sushi from now on? PSU Suki and Saki and sushi. PSU Suki. What has she ever? What? Who are these people? Is it not so outlandish that you have to listen to these pieces of? Are they even? Do they actually exist in the human form? Could you imagine in a million years that if you were to run a business, you'd be like, yeah, I want her to do the thing that whenever I speak, I want that person to. I want that person to do, like, I'm not good at it because sometimes, you know what, I don't like talking. I'm very good at it. I don't know what good is, but I mean I can at least I can stumble my way through a few words. Some people think I'm an idiot. Who cares? But in any way, could you imagine I don't know who you are on that side of the screen. You don't think you're more intelligent and more well equipped to do the job that chick is doing for the literally the spokesperson for the company or the country of the United States. That's an embarrassment. And by embarrassment, I mean, but you have to understand from my level, it's all a show. They're doing it on purpose. There's no way. Either she's a great actor, or they said, let me find the most obscenely idiotic, stumbling, bumbling fool. Do you remember there was there was this part of the how to explain this. Let me just try again. This way. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna throw a lob from half court. See if someone catches this. These fucking people are so beyond not real, so dumb. If they are real, if you owned a business, you would not hire either of these people. I don't care what your business. If you had 100 small businesses and you're making $1 billion a year, unless you wanted something to fail, if you wanted one business to, like, you just, who cares about this? You would remove all the product from your store. You'd have them just standing there and go, I don't even know how to work the computer. I don't know what's going on here. And they would just be stumbling, bumbling, just throwing, I don't know. You would hire those two people. But other than that, they're Walmart, Walmart, 7-Eleven, Rite Aid, all of the the shittiest stores you can think of would never hire Joe Biden or this other Jen Schlank Schmuslan. They would never hire her. They would. They are unemployable. I'm unemployable because I'm too intelligent. Because bosses don't like people smarter than them. I'm unemployable that way. You're unemployable because, well, your skill set is not equipped for what's going on in the world today. They're unemployable. Those two, Biden and the other one, and everybody else in the whole, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to talk about the Senate, you want to talk about the whole thing, we'll crush every single one of them. They're peons. I don't care how cool you think they are. Okay, greatest of all time. If it's you know, people are still wiling out like over the orange guy. What's his name? Donald used to be a. You fired. You fired. What? Isn't that ironic? I think I know. Is it coincidental or ironic that the dude that used to say "you're fired" then got fired and then impeached twice or some shit? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's a weird thing. It seems like almost kind of ooh. And now we have someone that we have two people that are literally unemployable. I could be like, hey, welcome to the fucking puppet show. Do 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 do. And here's two people that are unemployable, and it's Joe Biden and this other idiot person, and whoever. Kamala. Hold on. Could you imagine if I did a whole show? So it's been 30 minutes, and I've only like did a fucking phony belly forced laugh once, maybe twice. I don't know. Could you imagine doing that your entire life? Kamala Harris has got to be the fakest thing you've ever seen in your life. Could you imagine if you ever seen her in real person, like in real time? You wouldn't give her the time of day. You would think she was like you would think she has a major, like she might do something harmful to the world. You'd be like, I can't give you money. I can't even feed you, because if you feed her, she'll keep living. She deserves to starve to death. You look at him like, ooh, if you had a child, remember back when, if you had a child and it was like all, like it was like, it was deformed, you would go up to the mountain cliff. You'd go to the top of the cliff there, the peak of the mountain or the cliff. I guess it's the cliff. That's not a mountain peak. You just go there, and you'd be like the Lion King, and look at it, and you'd be like, hold it up, and instead of trying to hold it there, like this is the king or this is the queen or this is the rule, you would just toss it. Kamala Harris, you would throw over, like that's what would happen. You would do that with both of those people. At least Joe Biden, I think at some point in time, maybe he seemed like a reasonable adult being. I mean, still adult. But no. She's literally. I mean, whatever that thing is who thinks that who would say I want you. I wouldn't if I walked into. I'm telling you quite honestly, and I'd like to be honest here, because I've only been telling jokes up to this point, and I'd like to be honest right now. If I went to a coffee shop and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden were behind the counter selling me coffee, you know what I would do? I would I would immediately do I would do a pirouette. I would do a 720. Here's why I do a 720. I would spin around once. That would be a 360 just to look again, and then I would do another one. I'd spin around a second time to look again, and then I would fucking moonwalk out of the door. I wouldn't trust that coffee, and I would hope that one day someone else would buy that business and stop selling. I would probably, they could burn the place to the floor, because their filthy, denatured, degenerate selves have been oozing. They've been oozing all over the counter. Ooh. You ever been in a room that just the feeling, like you couldn't even burn sage wherever they've been. You'd have to burn something well beyond sage. 34 minutes. That was good. That was a good sip of snow cone. Oh, snowball. Hello, welcome. Hi, everyone. Who's here? Um, there is. I don't know if Dave's still here. What's up? Who Edison? What are you doing? What's up, Joni? What up? It is I. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, you're talking about Nancy Pelosi? Oh Jesus! Wow. Joni, your son wants to be a kindergarten teacher. Oh well, good thing there will be no kindergarten anymore because that's very German of her or him, whatever he is, your child. Who Edison? See, hey, who Edison? I feel like you're a supporter of hating Trump. Let me just if I may play politics for a second, just for a second. You have to be a complete moron to believe that if you were running a business that you wouldn't want Donald Trump running your business. The United States is a business. The only thing that got in the way of that was well, but they're on the same team. You have to realize this is a larger gambit being played. If this was all occurring naturally, who would you want running a business? There's no doubt you'd want Donald Trump to. There's no one else you would choose. And when people say he's the best president ever, no, I mean because there's so many other things involved in it. But if you were just saying who would you like to run your company, if you tomorrow could be like you could start a company tomorrow, you could just start a company. You want to run like a Subway or so you want to just a sub shop, right? Or you want to run a hotel or a chain of blah blah blah. Who would you want to do that? You wouldn't want anybody that's in the current administration. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't hire them to mop the fucking floors in the bathroom because they would be a liability to you. Everyone that's in the current administration is a liability. They've literally hired the worst people possible because it is an economic takeover of the system. Why do you think GameStop just happened? Do I have to explain this to you, simpletons? It's called they're stopping the game. They could have done this to any stock. Why did they choose GameStop? Because they're stopping the game in the best way possible. The economic hijacking of the system is for a good reason, for a very good reason. Because if you believe in the new world, I don't mean a new world order, but I just mean like there's gonna be these old pieces of dog meat, these old pieces of these flabbergasted, filthy conundrums. They are living conundrums. How is Nat? Can anybody answer me this? How has Nancy Pelosi just made it this far in life? Who hangs out with her? Who does any? What does she do? Like literally, whenever you listen to her speak, don't you just kind of go ugh? Don't you just start to like feel weird about having to exist here? You're like, what's going on? Like Hunger Games is no damn thing. This is already a thousand a thousand steps past Hunger Games. To me, it was funny. It was funny since because I grew up like Reagan. That was funny to me, but I didn't understand politics at the time. But looking back on it, I'm like, oh, that's funny. Then you had to go through this other dude, and then two Bushes in office. How is that the most? So senior and junior, those guys were the most perfect people. If you wanted somebody to go, hi, welcome, we're gonna run this country, and here's how we're gonna do it, and yes, I care about you, I care about your loved ones, and I want to give you jobs, and I'll show you how to have jobs, and if you don't have jobs, we're gonna make sure that you're at least taken care of, and I don't want people sleeping in the streets, and you don't need to like go into garbage cans, and we'll teach people how to eat well and not put garbage in the food, meaning all these companies that are purposely injecting poisons into your food. We'll stop that, and we'll stop when instead of having water treatment plants where we're treating water with poisons, and we'll actually clean that up, You can have clean water into your house. You don't have to buy water for $1.50 for. You don't have to do that because that's ridiculous. You can just go to a fountain, because fountains used to be everywhere. Tap water, it all exists. It's water is free. It's nature provided that. Could you imagine that person existing? Yeah, they exist everywhere except for not the people running a business that they want you to pay for everything. You're gonna have to pay for that. How do you pay for that? Well, you're gonna have to do more work. They're gonna make you fucking. They're gonna make you tap dance, shine my shoes, and then I might give you a fucking cookie. Hey, but the cookie's dry. Oh, you ate a cookie. Now you need some water, don't you? It is beyond inconceivable. What up, Gary Baxter? I mean, Melissa T. Here's about the drinking the children's blood. I think that's another. I think that's another shit on. Why do people choose to believe the worst about these people? Okay, I get it. They're terrible people and they want money and they want things. I don't, and trust me, I know that they do some filthy, awful things. I mean, I don't know for sure because I don't hang out with them. I don't fucking know. But to do an overarching, they all fucking want the blood of the blood of an infant, and they want the, like, no, that's urine. If they're so scientifically sound, they would know that urine is cleaner from yourself than it is from anyone else, and it has your own stem cells. Blah blah blah. Do you really when they want the adrenaline, the adrenochrome? Do you realize that the all you need for adrenochrome is to be excited about life? Like, I have adrenochrome running through my system right now. Why? Because I produce it. I produce adrenochrome for people, and you too. But I'm not doing that. You don't have to come stab me and take my blood, or I have blood, plasma, ultrafiltrate, and adrenochrome running through me because my all of my organs and my systems are all fucking boom, boom, boom. No, no. How do I get that from outside of me? I like grapes. I like wine. I like beer. I like food. You know, pineapples and cherries and plums and nectarines and I don't like apples. I like applesauce. I like apple juice. I don't like apples though. Really weird. Just a texture thing. That's all. See, I'm allowed to not like an apple texture, so just go ahead and juice that for me. And then I like yeah, mead, honey wine. I like strawberry wine. I like cherry wine. You like that song? We listened to it last night. Hosier, cherry wine. I'm just saying, for these people that if they do consume something from someone else, like okay, you're supposed to consume from other people. We all live not only vicariously. Oh man, we live through other people's successes. You know, we live empathetically, and so when somebody else, and we share, we trade things. There's this crazy thing right here. Here, come join me for a second. So that's, I think I just figured out what it is that is causing me a problem here. I think it's, see, I thought it was sulfites, but I realized the top of this bottle has, well, maybe that's why I shouldn't drink out of the bottle. What a doofus I am. Best way to pour anything is this way. Ooh. Anyways, I don't know what the hell was I talking about. So, oh, by the way, guys, here's what I was saying: live vicariously and also empathetically, and we live through each other. Because what's weird to me is if I have a lot of money, which is I used to. I mean, I did. There was a time I had a lot of money, and I would still share it then. And then when I have less money, I share it too. Sometimes we don't have something, and other people. Do you ever have you ever given somebody money because they'll make you money with it? Could you imagine if you gave me money? I would make this a lot better. It wouldn't just be me sitting here on a couch, with always adjusting my phone and with lighting that is making me look, at least 20 years older than I am. So what do I look now? I'll just clean. I could. You know what? I'll even. Do you remember when I used to make videos? I had a short beard. Well, actually, I made videos without. Wait, here. Let's do this. So what I'm saying is, I do accept donations. So I appreciate that. Um, you can do that through PayPal.me/, capital TSAR, capital XEN, or you can do it through Cash App. It's a dollar sign, and then capital TSAR, ZAR, and then capital X, and then EN. And you can give me money. Well, hopefully some of you got rich off of this GameStop thing. If you got rich off of that, feel free to donate to me, because what will I do with that if I make a lot of money? I will get a big piece of property, and I mean I don't understand why you got to pay for it, but we do. This is just where we live right now, and I'll teach people how to. I'll start a collegiate. Well, it won't be a college or a university. It'll be something where people can come, and they'll come there, and they could have a tent and hang out, and then I'll teach them how to build a house, and how to plant seeds and gardens and everything. Um, and give them a plot of land. I'll give them. I'm not giving 40 acres. Okay. You want jokes? You want jokes too? I got jokes. Yeah. And then you just come do that, and you owe nobody anything. It's just come through, just participate. We'll have like a communal living space where we can all like, you can do the weird shit, and it'll be just like society the way it is now, kind of set up similar, but it won't be so many squared off like. There'll be certain sections for. It'll be organic. It'll be orgasmic, if you will, and we'll drink and be merry. But no one will be allowed to get married. Here's the because I don't want there'll be no churches, and there'll be no state. There'll just be I mean, you can believe in anything you want, as long as you believe in the one true God. Oh wait, there's not one. Fuck. I think you believe anything you want. As long as you're doing good by the does this sound very communistic? If I said you did good by the community, everybody can say community, but they can't say communism, even though it's the same word. Weird. I wouldn't be socialist or communist at all. I mean, I'd be more anarchist. God Christ, I'll be the leader of the anarchy communist committee. Wait, that doesn't work. Shit. Well, who knows? But I will stay here, and I'll do weird things with my beard. Put it up here like this. Oh, that's fine. I could two little propellers out here. Eventually, we'll see if someone can. Here's how someone will win the scientific award for the bestest scientist person ever. If they could put two propellers out here with magnets on it, this somehow would make my beard dance to everything that I say. It would just kind of, if I was sad, it would go wah wah wah, and if I was happy, it would go wah. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Hoodison. What were you talking about? 501s and 50. You talking about? And Melissa, I don't want to hear about anything about exploiting children. Anyone that has a child generally exploits them. It's built into the tenacity of a parent to believe that they're better than a child. They never say hello little being. They always say, look at my child. Don't ever hurt my child. Because it's because they want to dominate and own something. There's no one in their right mind that will ever want to have a child. To be honest, no one wants to. They want it because the same way anybody gets a dog or a child is to fix something about themselves. Because they want to recreate themselves and to feel like they have ownership over something because they have no control over their life. In a real healthy society, it takes a village to raise a child. So yes, there's a whole different thing that occurs, a village of people, because they would all care. But no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about your kid, and you barely do. You just want a reason not to. Most people just want a reason not to look at their husband and wife. Like mostly women want to have children, and you know why they have children? So at first they don't cheat on their husband. They'll have a child. I want to have a child just so they don't have to look at that miserable fuck's face because the man got tired of working all day. I'm gonna take the man's side here for a second. He's tired of working all day to support. The woman's like just out there like eating brunch and doing and then he gets upset and she's upset and they're like, oh, let's have a kid, and because she doesn't want because he doesn't have energy to make love to her anymore. Yeah, we'll go through that process. Yeah, he can't. He doesn't know how to. When's the last time a man after working a long hard day came home? I was like, hey, here, honey, I have flowers. Well, he would never pick a woman flowers. Just be right about that. Come home with some oil from the seeds, and then just like, hey, let me light you some candles and run you a bath. And when you come out the bath, I'd like to rub you down, and I know exactly the spots to push. How many times is that gonna happen? Never. He don't have time. Now, is it his fault? Sir, perhaps, I don't know. But she'd rather go fuck the pool boy or the neighbor. But because she's a good, honest woman, she just wants to have a kid so that way that she could just like focus on the child. Maybe I can grow this child up to be better than my husband is because he's a piece of shit. All he does is work. Huh. Weird, right? Society doesn't need to work that way. Hello, Leanne Richer. What are you doing? Are we where we at? No. Not me, Melissa, not me. Children do not belong to me. I mean, if they came out your womb, it's the difference between being responsible. I wasn't talking to you directly. Whoever was saying that earlier, I was not talking to anyone directly. I'm just giving a story of the way the society at large, how that functions. Yeah, I don't. I mean, hey, Melissa, it's not. No, it's not. It's not to make you see. Yeah, yes, children are great at exposing the lunacy of the world. Children go out and do this thing where they act a fool, and you're like, oh, they're just being childish. But then if anybody as an adult acts that way, you go, what the? And you just kind of keep it to yourself, and you're like, what's wrong with you? Didn't your parents teach you better? Yeah, who Addison? Yeah, women get mad when dude wants to play. You know why he wants to play golf? He just wants a moment to go fucking throw back some beers and walk around aimlessly. It's a meditation. By the way, golf is a meditation. If your husband was like, "Yo, I need to take a walk," you'd be like, "Where are you walking to?" But he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go play golf, or I'm gonna go mow the lawn." Mowing the lawn, taking a walk. No one lets their husband take a walk. You gonna take a walk? Where you going? You gonna go to fucking Karen's and Susan's house? Are you gonna go to fucking Rebecca's house? What do you? Don't you? What the fuck? I don't even know who the fuck that is. I can say that in my life I've never had relations with a Susan or a Karen ever. The only relationship I had with a Karen was because I had an aunt. And funny enough, She was probably the coolest person in my family. So for all the people that are shitting on Karens, no, my Karen was somebody that will bust your fucking mouth wide open. And she was Karen like, where she was a loudmouth. But she was all from also wealthy. Um, so it wasn't like a poor Karen. She was a rich Karen, which was probably she was like most people. She probably come off as a fucking. I don't know how she dealt with anybody else. She was an epiphany to me looking back on it. Like I didn't particularly care for her at the time or like her, but she was the only one that took no shit. She cared for everybody. Always made good food, and Christmas tree was there was lots underneath it, and you know, you guys like the beard yet or not? Are you guys liking me fiddling with this? This is okay. Just in case you ever wondered if I actually am a chick or a dude. Yes, this is on here. You can't take this off. This is attached. Oh, you know what's weird is I feel like most of the time like such a child and goofy and like haha it's fucking zen. He's being like, but then at the same time I feel like I'm supposed to be teaching people. And like, how can I teach somebody if I haven't experienced it and have empathy and if I can't be fun with it, what's the use in teaching somebody a lesson if it isn't fun? Like, what kind of lesson would I teach anybody? You know what I mean? I keep doing this because there it is. I guess I'm just gonna start walking around public like this. As long as I have a mask on, it'll be fine. Here, I'll do this. I'll put this on, then I'll put a mask on. Is that good? Nah, do I look right? I don't even know what that looks like because I can't even see myself. Oh, the LeBron thing, that was hilarious. I need a giant mushroom. No, no, no. I got to hang out with a bunch of giant fucking mushroom caps last night. No, I have elephants over there. You guys don't even know. You guys don't even know. I just read it. I just reset up my. Remember behind me? I used to have that over there. I used to sit. This chair was over here, and then I started redoing my. I cleaned up. I did all my laundry and got my closet is almost 100% cleaned out. I gave some things away. It's almost cozy again. I'm sitting. Look at. I'm not even sitting on where I used to sit on. Look at. I'm sitting on this right here. Look at this fucking thing. Look at this. Could you imagine your fucking naked butt on this? Do you know what this is? This is not a pattern. This isn't a print. Look at this shit. Look at this shit I'm talking about. Look at look at this right here. This is actually that's not a print. These right here. These right here. Do you know what that is? Come on. This couch is worth more than most people's fucking houses. You think those are diamonds? Yes, they are. These are legitimate diamond. I have diamonds in my couch. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. I know. I know. Just don't leave that part of the show out because that was too funny. Um, I'm a funny guy. I'm very funny. I'm exceptionally funny. What was funny about the me showing you the couch? It's really sexy. Dude, like having your bare ass on this couch is the best thing ever. Like one of the cushions is kind of it's not ruined. It just has a lot of oil on it. Who Edison? Um, well, that depends. I almost went yesterday because I took my You guys didn't get to see it because I told everybody to come through, and then everybody bullshitted. There's too many bullshitters, you know. I was making a show yesterday. I said, "Hey guys, come through. I'm gonna do a Zoom chat from my kayak." So I was hanging out in my kayak, and then a friend came through. And we started watching some live music, and then we just went off and went on the bayou and we're just fucking around. And nonetheless, we're gonna go to the yes, we were gonna go to the Oaks, but it said you need to have a car or a bike, and you can't just walk through it. And I was like, well, you can kind of walk through it. We just didn't walk over there. So maybe I'll do it tomorrow because you can do it in the afternoon on a bike. So if you can do it on a bike, I can walk. If somebody tells me I can't, like I'm just gonna wonder how that works. I'm like, yeah, I'm walking over there. Like I can't walk over there. I have to go over there. They're like, all right, cool, and I'll just keep walking, and then I'll jump in all the. Are there people in the floats? By the way, I don't know. Is it just the float sitting there with all the lights on, or are there people standing there with beads throwing them at the cars? Because that would be cool if people are throwing beads at the cars and the people's cars are getting fucking bombarded and they're like, oh man, it was way easier when I had my kids on fucking step ladders. If you've never been to Mardi Gras, you don't understand. People put these ladders up with their 5-year-old kid at like 8 foot. Like so, ladders are like 8 foot. They put them on top so they get all the beads and the stuff and throws. And every year, someone doesn't really pay attention too well, and one of the ladders does like a collapse to left or right. So there'll be like 10 ladders in a row. Maybe not 10, but there's a lot. And if one of the kids is like trying to catch a beat or something and leans to the left or leans to the right, the ladder falls. And if that happens, it's dominoes. It's dominoes. It's dominoes. The kids falling off, having like fucking and they're crying on the ground. And luckily the parents have all of the booze. They have like I always walking by like what do you need like vodka or whatever. And they just start pouring it on the kids that are bleeding on the ground that fell off the ladders. I'm just giving you this is see now you think that's all of Mardi Gras. I'm just like that's one tiny little aspect because Mardi Gras is everywhere. I've never seen it happen. I just know it does. Oh, oh, that fucking hurts. Oh, oh, fuck. Stan. Sitting on diamonds. I shit diamonds. I have. Hold on. My shit is so backed up that I have such anal retentiveness that when I shit diamonds. That's a joke about if you can press charcoal enough, it becomes a diamond. Look at that's just a if you hold your shit long enough, it will come out diamonds. I don't agree with that because like constipation is not a good thing. I've never had I had constipation like once or twice, and it was because I was doing like a cleanse, and I went overboard on eating all the fiber. I did the clay, the fibers, and all this, and I was like, it was like a day and a half later, and I was like, holy shit, what's going on here? And then I had to do like anything to remove that, just eat a bunch of or what, drink a bunch of what kind of tea is it? The smooth move, Senna tea, Senna, Senna, Senna makes the things in the see. You always get a lesson here. You guys do some learning. It keeps the spasms that are going on in your IG, your intestinal, your intestinal tract there. It keeps them moving and it pushes out the poop. I don't know. There's some people that I look at them I'm like maybe the reason that big fat people can't wipe their ass is because they actually don't shit. Yeah, you ever look at a big person like 400 pounds in a restaurant and they're eating and they never go to the bathroom. And you're wondering because they can't wipe their ass, right? Now, first of all, I see them. They never smell bad. There's this popular misinterpretation that fat people smell bad. I've never smelled it. I don't know. And I have a big nose. I can smell everything. But is it because they're so anal retentive? They haven't shit in that many years. So maybe they have literally, like, if you gave them an enema and all the turds fell out of them, that they would just immediately become smaller. They just have a bunch of loose skin. Do they just shit infrequently? This is a legitimate question. I want I want the scientific community to go figure this out. Fat people, is it because they have a plug in their ass? Did one day they go and have like relations with someone and they just put a plug in their ass, or do they stop shitting and that's holding up they ate a bunch of fucking, hey, you need to go and eat all, you need more fiber, and they just fibered up their butthole, and then it clogged everything up, and all of a sudden they're because you don't really need to shit, your body would just expand. Does that seem right? Because they could, because most of these people can't wipe their ass. Who's wiping their ass? And I have a bidet. You know why I have a bidet? Because it feels good. You ever had a tongue in your ass? Have you ever had cold water on a warm day just sprinkle upwards? Like, have you ever sat there? There's a sprinkler, and you just stand over it, and you like feel like it's a tink. It tickles your taint and cleans your balls, and also makes your butthole feel kind of like, whoo, oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. But these people don't have. They don't even know what a bidet is. They don't even know they exist. Because I don't believe they poop. So if someone has 600 pounds of garbage in their system, if someone's 600 pounds, how much food do you have to eat in a day? I'm not saying they never poop. I'm just saying they infrequently poop. But I'm kind of saying they never poop. Kind of. It would take a long time. You could, I mean, because you're gonna sweat some of that off, some of that weight, and it's gonna be hardened. There's probably a there's probably a hard turd that's become so almost like a, as we go back to the diamond, it becomes a diamond in their butthole. That as soon as they release that, they will feel so much release of pressure. They'll be able to speak more like themselves rather than always talking shit. Stan, what? I love how it Stan. Do you have that somewhere where you can just hit a button? You just hit F1 and it says donate to Zen. He has lost his main. Yes, yes. No one contributes to me anymore. The only contribution I have is somehow I can do an hour-long show. You motherfuckers would go out to eat at TGI Fridays or Ruby Tuesdays, and you'll spend all this money on shitty food, or you'll go listen to a comedian, or you'll go and listen to your fucking, like, whatever the fuck you do, and you'll pay for it. But then I'm here doing this for free. I'm just saying, hey, a little donation would be nice, and nobody can figure out a way to do it, even though I've given you two ways to do it. Everybody has PayPal, everyone, and Cash App is better because it costs you less. And in fact, I could show you how to earn money. I'll in my Cash App thing, I will give you a way to earn. I think they're doing like $15 now. I think it's $15. I could give you $15. I'll earn $15. Boom. Because they make such a small bit on a transaction. You're still going to do a bunch of transactions through Cash App or PayPal. That it's worth it to them. They'll give you $15, like right off the top. Like, just open up an account with us. We'll give you $15. Like, dude, I'm $15 richer, but you're gonna use it. So, anyways, I'll give you that code, but it's TSARXEN, blah blah blah. Um, the slippery elm. I don't know anything about slippery elms. That's not. That sounds like a. That sounds like a. That sounds like a problem. I mean, you can't climb it, can you? Unless you throw a rope up in the tree. I did see someone they were in a tree yesterday, and they were in a hammock, which was really interesting. They were in their hammock was in a really weird position. It was just normal height. It was like right around like 3 or 4 feet off the ground. But then they had this rope that went up to like the like way up the tree, like 30 feet up. But it was like holding half of the hammock, and it just didn't make any sense. It's like, you could put your hammock anywhere, and you choose to put it right there, and then use. It was really weird. I think the person was smoking fucking methamphetamines, only because I could smell it, and I was like, hey, let me hit that once. can you tell when I'm joking or I'm not? Because it's just I do it for effect. Anyways, What sounds toxic? Hey, does any okay? Look at. Let's see what we can do here. Hey, does anybody here want to hang out in? Hey, Stan, you want to hang out in the Zoom chats? I got the Zoomy Zooms, and by Zooms I just mean you guys get to talk too. Is an hour. Listen, because I'm still gonna talk in there. This will it'll give me a moment for you guys to get to learn each other's names. Look at already lost a person. 1710. Okay, it was 1812 a second ago. Now it's 1710. How did I lose three people just by saying Zoom? Zoom, 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 Zoom. Let's see if we do that. Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. Anybody want to hang out there? I'll start a Zoom room right now. Every time I, there's times that I'll say something that the numbers just go down in my room. It's almost as if YouTube, the algorithm goes, "Oh, you're not gonna hang out with us no more." It's just that feeling that I get. I have a feeling about inanimate objects. Kind of like your mother fucks an inanimate object every night. It's called your father. Stan, that's okay, Stan. You're not the only one here. I wasn't gonna just do it for you, Stan. Afroman, is language a measurement of some? See, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not answering that question right now. Well, why do people ask me the most ridiculously profound questions when I'm going off on having some fun? Is memory a fucking poop inside of your testicles, nutsack of a kaleidoscopic vision of reality of shit stains on the wall of my first born's nephew's Jesus Christ, Afroman. Afroman. Is language or here? I'll answer that question on the other side. Is language a measurement of sound memory? The quickest answer I give you is no. There's your answer, no, because you don't understand what language or measurement is, or sound or memory. You're very close. You're very close. I must say, of asking the right question, but you just try to use a bunch of big words and sound like a fucking like a dickhead for asking me when I'm trying to have fun and get drunk. Oh, here, let me get the Zoom for you. What have I done? Oh, here it is. It's over here. Hey, funny enough, it's exactly where I left it. I'm just gonna. Do you guys want to see me pull a computer out of my butthole? I can, and I will. There it is. The only thing that's a butthole. The only thing. Well, thank you, Melissa. The only thing that's a butthole here is Danny. Danny, you are a professional butthole licker. The only reason she doesn't like her butthole played with is because she hasn't let me do it. Oh wait, no, I do this every time we talk. I have to kiss Danny. Wait, oh, actually, I've never kissed Danny's ass. That's why she likes me. I know why Danny likes me because I don't kiss her ass like everybody else. you're Hey Danny, just to let you know, you're not that good looking. Kind of like I'm not that good looking either. I'm special, like a kind of like a retardado. It's kind of like the tacos that you make. Like everybody tells you that like they like your cooking. They don't really like your cooking. What the hell have you done here? What have you done, Danny? Should I just use the same one I was using yesterday? No, we'll start a new one. We'll call it Danny's oh Danny's uh beard. We'll call it Danny's beard. And by beard I mean like lots of beers, bro. Beard. Have you ever won the James Beard Award? Okay, we'll get rid of the passcode. We'll put your video on. We'll put this on, and we'll hit save, and then Here's the number. Yeah, we're gonna do this like every time. There's like 20. There's like 200 people in here, and 20 show up, and I say, hey, come over to the Zoom room, but nobody wants to put their fucking filthy, stinking, stankin', faces on camera. You don't even need to. That's the point. You fucking shit stains. Could you imagine if I never did this to get you come over here? Come over here. Do this. It's fun. Here's the number. Zoom. Zoom.us. You just sign up the same way you sign up for anything else. Same way you sign up to get a dildo a month club for only $9. But here it's free. It doesn't cost you 99 cents a month to get a dildo. 893-1070-6482. Somebody write that in here and do it in the way that I do the. As soon as I do it this way, here you go. 893-1070-6482. Those are the numbers. You're not here. Danny's here. Do you want to hear her stupid? Listen to her whiny, stupid voice. Hi, Danny.
Hi, son. It's so whiny and stupid. Whatever.
What? I didn't call you stupid. I said your voice was stupid.
You said I'm whiny and stupid.
No, I said your voice is whiny and stupid.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. See, because she acts like that.
I irritated the shit out of my this morning.
What? Can you hold on, Danny? I can't hear you right now. Can somebody put the number in here, because I don't want to be on the YouTube if we're doing this, because here we're gonna get right to the source of everything. Can you write the number in the YouTubes?
Me?
I don't know. Somebody. I just told somebody the number, and you're the only one that got it. Everybody else is such a fucking pile of shit.
Say it again.
893.
893.
And then make a space, and then 1070, and then do the space bar again, and then 6482.
Bam. There you go.
Okay, let's see if it happens. On this side, I can't see it. Is that not happening?
I don't know. I just sent it.
Okay, well, thank you. Okay, now I can see it. But holy shit, I hit live chat, and okay, there it is. Hey, Melissa, when you look in my eyes, what? What? My brown eye, or my this eye, or both, or all three of them, or all four? I actually have four eyes. I have the one here, and I have these two, and then I have also my butthole eyeball. And I also have ear balls. So I actually have 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7. I have 7 balls. Well, actually, I have 2 down here, so I have 9. So I have 9 balls.
One eyeball in my crotch.
Yeah, why is everybody always looking at your crotch?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know why? Because your crotch envelops everything.
It does.
Hey, Stan said he wasn't gonna come, but now he's here because you're here, Danny.
Hi, Stan.
Oh, look at he's got a puppy. Dude, do you know my favorite thing, Danny, is that you have a vibrator that you also use as a toothbrush.
Right. Multiplicity.
Stan is so far in Canada that his echo is taking like about 8 seconds.
Yeah, it takes me a couple while.
Could you imagine? Hey Stan, could you imagine if you went to the moon, how long it would take to make a phone call to the moon 238,000 miles away? Yeah, NASA somehow back in 68 or 63? What year did they go to the moon? 69. Yeah, there's the joke. That somehow they made a phone call to the moon and it connected like that.
Yeah.
And Stan is only fucking what? You're about like 800 miles from me, and you can't even. It echoes.
No, I think it's close to 2,000.
2,000? It's not this. You're not that far, man.
Well, it takes 24 hours. I wanted to come and see you once, like a couple. I was hoping to like this summer, but COVID hit.
I know that's.
Stores was shut down, you know.
Yeah.
But but it takes easy 24 hours, probably a little more than that.
Yeah, I get okay. Now yeah. Well, I think about 24 is right. Because when I first came to New Orleans from Baltimore, it took 13 hours. But I also but I also was in a convertible, and my man was in sixth gear driving through the night just straight like fucking. We were doing a Hyundai most of the way. Yeah, oh no, it's hey, by the way, it's still awesome here. Like I'm up at odd hours. I get a little butt cracking. This is the butt cracking Dawn right here. Look at. Ah. Hey, did you ever date a girl named Dawn? Have you ever seen the butt cracking Dawn? There she is.
Yeah, I did.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Me too, one time.
I went maybe 2 dawns. I'm not sure.
Oh, two Dawns. Yeah, you
Yeah.
woke up in a dream twice, huh?
Yeah.
You know what the funniest thing about dating a girl named Dawn is I don't remember how I met this girl, but one day funny enough, I invited her to go up to Canada with me. This is when I lived in Rochester. What's that, Danny? Oh, look at that. That's nice.
Wow. You got snow.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't like snow?
Oh.
You know what I like about snow is that when you go out on a snowy day, your eyes seem to expand wider, and you just get that diffused, soft lighting,
Yeah.
which is really neat.
I like snow. I don't necessarily want to live in it all the time.
Yeah, this is why she's become such a cold-hearted bitch. She used to have a very comfy, warm heart when I first talked to her, and then she moved to where it's cold, and she's always been since then. She's been a very abrasive, rude, cold. Oh,
Cold-hearted bitch.
yeah. She'll shave the nuts off of you if you're given her the chance.
I actually have shaved nuts before.
Oh no! Oh, see, look at this. See, I say it for funny, and this is the truth. This is hey fuckers. Hey, Afro man, your condoms and Melissa, are you coming through or what? Cause I'm gonna shut this off in a second because we're gonna have fucking weird conversation over here. It's not made. This is pay per view shit. You don't have to pay to be here. You just have to show up.
You have to view it.
Yeah, you just have to be here. Just be here. Then you can watch Danny in the same Batman outfit she's been wearing for like 6 months now. Cause she doesn't change her clothes anymore. It actually sticks to her body because it's glued to her because she's so filthy. She's such a filthy the fat like if she took that off, you know what she'd look like? She'd look like Skeletor. Except for her boobs, which hang down to her knees.
It's true.
And also she has one of the best senses of humor ever. Cause people that can put up with my shit are special. You guys can mute me anytime. Over here, I'm gonna get up in your ass. Come over here. Hey.
I love your dog, Stan.
That's not my dog.
Oh, well, it's so cute.
It's a friend's dog. You know what kind of dog it is? It's called a Kanga.
Really?
Yeah, and that Kanga, what they're known for is to keep wolves away.
Oh, what the fuck?
She's
It's so cute because I'm a wolf and I'm still there. And oh, hi.
I like it. It's cute.
No, you can always tell through the eyes, man.
And the mouth.
Yeah, I tend not to look a gift Danny in the mouth. I just called you a horse.
I am a horse. If you look in its
Yeah,
mouth,
you have a horse's clitoris too.
I do.
Ah, it kind of flaps in the wind, so like it's kind of like a.
You won't be riding.
You can ride my black horse, bitch.
Dude, just because you're on a white horse right now with everything you do, because that's why you wake up at 3 a.m. just to fucking get on the white horse.
Right.
That's a cocaine joke, in case you didn't know, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, I can't use cocaine jokes when you're smoking crack. Just because you can't afford fucking cocaine anymore because you blew it off all of the last hooker's tit that you stole their identity from. Oh, that was a Mexican
Really?
joke. You identity thief, hijacker.
Hijacker. Yeah, and they call me, what they call me? A coyote.
Hey, Stan. Does Puppy here get rid of coyotes or just wolves?
Oh, coyotes too. It's a farm dog, right? So,
Uh-huh.
and they have another dog, a Pyrenees, right?
Oh,
And a Pyrenees, they're not wolf dogs. And while I was there this summer, it was funny, right? I was staying at their it's a campground farm, right? And I was in the middle of the night. We were having dinner, and all of a sudden, Rufus decides to bark in the middle of the night, right? He usually doesn't, so it's a warning. So everybody runs outside, and I ran with another buddy of mine towards the field, so to say, and then we seen a bear.
well, okay. What was it? A black or brown?
It was a black bear.
Okay, go. Okay, those are the smaller ones that are kind of friendly. But the brown ones don't. The brown ones
Yeah,
don't fuck around.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's right. They're smaller than the grizzlies. And so it was the Pyrenees, the Great Pyrenees, they call them.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't that great. He's supposed to chase them, and he just stayed in his pen. Outside, it's an outside dog, and he was just barking. That's all.
Didn't even go after it.
It was just a puppy too. Like he's only a year and a half, and it was the first bear encounter that they had within a year and a half, right?
Yeah.
And so it was so funny. Here's this like the dog weighs about 130 pounds, maybe 150 or something.
That's big.
Yeah, a massive dog. I mean, this big Great Pyrenees, right?
Massif.
Yeah. But it's funny, like when I seen the bear, my friend who was just a couple feet in front of me, he didn't see it cross his path. It was about 50 feet away, and it was really dark, So, but I just seen the shadow sort of look like shadow was completely black, right? So it sort of, blended in with the night, right? So it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And then the owner the way he protects the bear, he's got those machine gun, little, fun games. I don't know, the army shootouts that they have. Those repeatable. Well, he grabbed his gun like that, and that's the way he takes care of the bears. So.
So it's not actually a gun. It makes some, yeah.
It's like
Like a little pellet, like a pellet gun. Does it actually shoot shit?
It's not a pellet gun. It's what those. I can't recall those. You go to these places and they set you up with. You go
Like
with
laser
the group.
tag?
Is it like what?
Yeah.
Hold on. Is
Like
it
laser guns, but they're
Paint guns or something.
is it like Westworld? Is it like Westworld where you can shoot the people that are not part of Westworld, but the people that are in Westworld, it doesn't work on them, but the ones that you can,
Yeah.
it's like that. It's like for bears.
Exactly. So it's interesting, You can't shoot them because the farm campground is right in town, right? So
If you can't shoot them, join them.
You can't shoot them, the bears. So
Yeah.
Wow. So they got this other dog, which is the dog you see now, which is a wolf dog, and hopefully this little wolf.
No, I would totally if they wanted to send that to me, I would buy him a plane ticket. It's him, right?
He's gonna grow big too. Like he's 100-pounder easy.
That's fine. That's fine. I've had big dogs.
He's beautiful.
Yeah, I love the schnauz on it too, because it kind of reminds me of myself, because like I look like I'm kind of tan or white, but I have a big black nose.
You're so cute.
It's not a brown nose. I don't get in anyone's business, but it's black. We get to the root of this. We're gonna sniff out the soil, huh? Hey, so last chance for everybody here to come over to this room. If you guys, I'm shutting off this YouTube. Come over to the Zoomy chat. It's 893-1070-6482. That's for everybody. Just hey Melissa, just fucking hook up the Zoom. It's the same thing. You just have to be on the Zoom thing. You can still do the same goddamn thing. I don't know what the fuck your problem is, Melissa. And everybody else, come through. I'll tell you it again. Just hook up the. Pull over to the side. Do you know how, like, when you're giving some random dude head and not your husband, you just pull over to the side of the road and then just jerk him off and give him some head? Pretend that's happening, but it's way quicker because I'm a very cook. I'm very quick with the. I can bust loads I bust shots like I'm like a machine gun, like just ba 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 ba. So all you have to do is go to the Zoom chat and then put in 893-1070-6482. And yeah, come through, Melissa. It'll be fun. Bye, guys.